On October 21st, U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin confirmed that the THAAD Terminal High Altitude Area Defense anti-missile system has been deployed in Israel. THAAD, short for Terminal High Altitude Area Defense Missile Interception System, is a combat system that can intercept incoming ballistic missiles below 180 kilometers outside the atmosphere and is hailed as the only anti-missile system in the world today that can intercept ballistic missiles both inside and outside the atmosphere. Why did the United States deploy the THAAD for Israel at this time point? Can this system really become Israel's guardian angel? Since the United States first announced that it would send the THAAD to Israel, analysts who frequently monitor the movement of U.S. military aircraft have pointed out that 26 C-17, a military THAAD sport aircraft of the U.S. Air Force, have participated in the transportation of the THAAD military personnel. The reason why the United States deploys the THAAD at this time has attracted attention. The Biden administration has repeatedly stated that the purpose of providing the THAAD to Israel is to support Israel's right to self-defense. This statement cannot help but remind people of the large-scale retaliatory strike by Iran against Israel 2 weeks before the announcement of the deployment of the THAAD on the evening of October 1st. Iran launched about 200 ballistic missiles at Israel. Compared with the 90% interception rate of Iran's first attack in April, the interception success rate of Israel's air defense system has declined this time. Research by the James Martin Center for Nonproliferation Studies shows that only 79% of the missiles were destroyed by Israel's air defense system in this airstrike. The missiles that failed to be intercepted flew directly towards Israeli military facilities. Satellite images show that there are a total of 32 impact points at the Nevatim Air Force base in southern Israel, multiple hit points in the F-35 hangar area, and craters on the runway and taxiway. Iranian media later reported that more than 20 F-35 fighter jets were destroyed in this attack. In addition to military bases, at that time, a missile also landed only 700 meters away from the headquarters of Israel's Foreign Intelligence Agency, Mossad. The impact force of the explosion blasted a crater 9 meters deep nearby. Israel is known as the region with the highest density of global air defense and missile defense system deployments and has a multi-layered anti-missile system. The Iron Dome system is mainly designed to deal with short-range threats such as rockets and artillery shells and is usually intercepted within a range of 4 to 70 kilometers. The David Sling system is used for air defense and against short-range ballistic missiles, with an interception range of 40 to 300 kilometers. The Arrow anti-missile system aims to intercept medium and long-range ballistic missiles outside the atmosphere, with an interception range of 2,400 kilometers. In the counterattack on October 1st, Iran mainly used medium-range missiles such as Q-8 or H and Shah AB-3 and the hypersonic THAAD missile, with a range generally between 1,200 and 1,800 kilometers. Among Israel's anti-missile systems, the Arrow anti-missile system is responsible for intercepting such medium-range missiles. Israel has only deployed 3 Arrow systems, and this also limits Israel's ability to deal with Iranian missiles. Experts analyze that it is precisely by seizing this weakness that Iran coordinated the arrival of about 180 medium-range missiles over Israel's airspace almost simultaneously, using saturation attacks to overload Israel's missile defense capabilities. And this deployment of the U.S. THAAD is related to the loopholes in Israel's anti-missile system to make up for the weakness of Israel's air defense system being prone to overload. On October 13th, the U.S. Pentagon announced that it would transport the THAAD anti-missile system to Israel. The outside world analyzes that the THAAD may be deployed at the previously heavily damaged Nevatim Air Force Base, according to the U.S. The Drive website. In fact, the long-range and TPY to radar that is matched with the THAAD system has always been deployed in a top-secret military facility called Base 512. which is located in the Negev desert near the Nevatim base. The THAAD is one of the main terminal anti-missile interception systems equipped by the U.S. Army. A typical THAAD system consists of a ground-based DPY-2 long-range X-band radar, a mobile fire control and command and control center, and up to 9 launch vehicles. Each launch vehicle carries 8 interceptor missiles. Due to the complexity of operation, about 100 U.S. soldiers will be stationed in Israel to operate the THAAD system compared with other anti-missile systems equipped by Israel. The THAAD is claimed to be the only anti-missile system that can simultaneously implement interception inside and outside the atmosphere, mainly targeting medium-range ballistic missiles with a range of about 1,500 to 3,000 kilometers, which is the common range for Iran to attack Israel. Among Iran's existing missiles, there are long-range missiles such as the THAAD missile and the QASM missile, short-range and medium-range ballistic missiles such as the Shah-EB series, the THAAD, and the EMAD-1 under development. Comparing the data of Iran's current mainstream missiles with the 1,500 to 3,000 kilometer interception range of the THAAD. From a data analysis, the THAAD can intercept all of Iran's ballistic missiles. In fact, it is not the first time that Israel has used the THAAD to defend against Iran. In 2019, the United States provided a set of the THAAD systems to Israel for the purpose of military training. It was reported that the deployment of the THAAD anti-missile system was also during a period when the tension between Israel and Iran was rising. Although the U.S. military said it was not targeting any region, the outside world generally believed that this move was to deter Iran in addition to Israel. In which other regions around the world is the THAAD deployed? According to the data of the Congressional Research Service of the United States, the United States has a total of 7 THAAD combat units. 1 is deployed in South Korea, 1 is deployed in Israel, and 5 are in the United States mainland, which are respectively deployed in Guam 1 set, Hawaii 1 set, and 3 are stationed at the Fort Bliss Army Base in Texas. The THAAD system has high mobility. Its launch vehicles can be airlifted by the C-141 Starlifter strategic transport aircraft, which is convenient for rapid deployment worldwide. The THAAD system stationed at the Army base in Texas is often used for mobile deployment. In 2017, the U.S. forces in South Korea deployed 6 THAAD system launch vehicles in Seoingju County and adjusted them to the combat state, claiming to be to deal with a possible missile threat from North Korea. What concerns the local residents is that in case of a war, the deployment of the THAAD will not protect Seoingju County, but will make this village the primary target of North Korea's attack. Although the THAAD is deployed in many places around the world, it does not have much actual combat experience. In January 2022, the Houthi Army successfully intercepted 2 ballistic missiles launched by the Houthi Armed Forces, using the THAAD system, which was the first actual application of this system on the battlefield. However, although the THAAD has advantages in intercepting ballistic missiles, the outside world's evaluation of its actual combat performance is mixed. In this conflict, in addition to ballistic missiles, the Houthi Armed Forces also launched cruise missiles and drones for attacks. The THAAD system failed to intercept all the incoming projectiles, resulting in the infrastructure of Abu Dhabi Airport on fire and 3 oil tankers near the military base where the U.S. French and Houthi forces are stationed being destroyed. The precedent of the Houthi means that the deployment of the THAAD is also difficult to ensure that Israel's air defense is foolproof. Iran's Castle Breaker to ballistic missile can fly at an altitude below 35 kilometers, which is lower than the minimum detection altitude of the THAAD system. The missile can effectively bypass THAAD and strike the intended target. In addition to the Castle Breaker to ballistic missile, Iran has also developed various winged cruise missiles such as Sumar and Hovizet. This kind of cruise missiles have a stealth advantage due to their low altitude flight. They also have the maneuverability like an airplane. which makes them difficult to be detected by the radar system. Using them alone may not have obvious effects. But when these missiles are used simultaneously, and the joint arms operation provides the possibility for Iran to break through the THAAD in addition to multi-level saturation attacks. Hypersonic missiles will also pose a threat to Israel's multi-layer air defense system. 2 days after the announcement of the activation of the THAAD, on October 22, a Palestine-to-hypersonic missile was launched from Yemen, with a hand-painted pattern of the Palestinian flag printed on it unexpectedly. This hypersonic missile of the THAAD Armed Forces successfully penetrated the four-layer defense system of the United States and Israel and successfully hit a military base in the east of Tel Aviv. Israel spokesperson of the THAAD Armed Forces in Yemen, Syria. The missile successfully hit the target and bypassed the defense systems of the United States and Israel. The bypassing the defense system mentioned by Syria may refer to the fact that the Palestine II missile demonstrated the ability of terminal trajectory change during flight. The warhead of this missile has four small wings at the end, which have the ability of maneuvering and trajectory change and can avoid interception by air defense missiles. In addition, this hypersonic missile can reach a maximum flight speed of Mach 16, leaving very little time for the air defense system to react at present. Iran is striving to enhance its ability to penetrate multi-layer air defense systems by developing hypersonic missiles as part of its continuously evolving missile program. Among them, the THAAD hypersonic ballistic missile is the most outstanding. The THAAD missile made its debut for the first time in 2023. It has strong penetration ability and powerful maneuverability. Some analyses point out that the United States deployment of the THAAD in Israel this time is to test the feasibility of the THAAD intercepting the THAAD missile. Regarding why the United States deploys the THAAD in Israel at this time, there are various opinions. Some say that the United States does not want Israel to carry out large-scale retaliation against Iran. The THAAD system is a compensation for Israel's promise of limited retaliation against Iran. This compensation of the United States seems to have played a role. For example, on the evening of October 26, Israel did not attack Iran's nuclear facilities or oil production facilities. In addition, the United States previously dispatched the aircraft carrier strike group of the USS Abraham Lincoln to the east coast of the Mediterranean, with a U.S. aircraft carrier group that can defend and attack sitting in charge. The power gap between Israel and the axis of resistance in the Middle East may become more prominent.